Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Tina Yang, and I'm a graphic design major here at Drexel's West Olive College. And this summer, I worked with mentor Mark Willie to bring you a research titled Tackling Public Health with Design. Now, there are a lot of misconceptions about graphic design. That is just pretty posters or making things look aesthetic, but graphic design actually serves multiple purposes, including communication, information, as well as persuasion. It is all about utilizing words with images to become this vital communication tool that we've been using for so long. Now let's break it down. There are 7 basic elements of graphic design. The first 4 including shape, color, form, and space. Individually, they are easy to comprehend, but to use them collectively is the challenging part. The remaining 3 include line, value, and texture. These 2 posters are both from Switzerland-based designers. Now, they look very different, but in their own ways, they still show the elements of graphic design. So essentially, graphic design is all about taking visual concepts with any topic in mind to inform or captivate your audience. And for my research, I decided to mix my passion, graphic design, with the most recent health crisis, which is COVID-19. So that kind of raises the big question of how and why is graphic design used within the public health industry? To show the versatility of graphic design, posters, advertisements, infographics, public service messaging from different historical health crises were compared and contrasted. Now, the first one we have is influenza. Now, influenza started in World War I with flu-like illness that caused about 50 million deaths. Now, this era introduced public health messaging, basically the beginning of public health marketing. Alicia Chang said very well from The Atlantic that posters from this era were not created to just sit and look pretty, but to psychologically change the way people thought about the crisis in a political or in a cultural form, and as well as informing them about the basic safetiness of the health crisis. Posters from this era included monotone, lots of black and white color scheme, lots of busy and direct text, and little representational icons. To show awareness of this disease, posters also have references of it to other deadly materials, in this case, poisonous gas or battle deaths. Next, we have HIV or AIDS. Now, HIV is a virus that attacks the body's immune system, and untreated could lead to a long-term disease known as AIDS. Posters from this era contain contemporary pop art style, lots of bold colors, and as well as bluntness influence from the influenza posters. These posters were known as politicized posters made for the ACT UP organization, which was an activist group during the time. Again, we see lots of bold and bright colors that are attention-grabbing and little to no words and lots of representational icons. Now we turn to modern day, which is coronavirus. So coronavirus is an infectious disease that started in 2019, which eventually led to a 2020 pandemic. During the pandemic, even more styles of art were introduced, whether it's recreation from propaganda posters to infographics that included lots of icons, and as well as minimalistic art that say as much as infographics. Now let's bring it all together. The similarities that I have found basically prove that the elements of design have been embedded in history and they're being passed on and still used to this day. Elements of design include simplicity of line, shape, value, what we discussed earlier, mixed with direct messaging to create effective posters. And those same elements are used to create representational icons that basically let our brains immediately recognize what each etiquette looks like without needing the use of text, so easy communication. We also have color psychology, where it pertains to influencing or causing people to have certain feelings or moods. Since specific colors have specific meanings, bold and bright colors are a common use for designers. Bold colors such as red, orange, yellow, and blue show different meanings of energy, confidence, creativity, and as well as peace. These are the different emotions that the designers want their audience to feel when they look at their posters. So through public health messaging, graphic design has been a way for people to communicate all around the globe within each and every one of these crises. And as time goes on, this research could assist in future health crises, having people create more advanced and exceptional graphics with the knowledge from the past. Ultimately, these cases were connected together to show the importance and value of graphic design, especially in the healthcare industry. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.